In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 MLB games happening on October 2nd, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 MLB games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Tigers versus Houston Astros. The Detroit Tigers and Houston Astros are set to face off on Wednesday at Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. Similar to Tuesday's matchup, this game will be played under the closed roof at Minute Maid Park. The Astros have an impressive home record this season, standing at 46-35, while the Tigers have performed decently on the road, boasting a 43-38 record. Detroit's best chance to steal a win from the Astros came with Skubal pitching, and although it was a close contest, they managed to come out on top. However, the Astros are a battle-tested team with a wealth of experience and are unlikely to back down without a fight. Houston's top hitters delivered strong performances on Tuesday, and their ninth-inning rally showcased their resilience. With Brown taking the mound for Houston, who has consistently performed well against the Tigers in his young career, the Astros are in a favorable position. I anticipate they will start strong in this game, score early, and maintain control to even up the series. Despite their loss on Tuesday, Houston remains 6-4 in their last 10 games against Detroit, making the Houston Astros moneyline our full game side pick. In Tuesday's series opener, both teams combined for just 4 runs, and in 3 of their last 4 matchups, they have scored 5 or fewer runs collectively. Although the Astros possess a top 10 offense in terms of scoring, much of their success hinges on key players like Alvarez, Bregman, and Jose Altuve. When these hitters are not producing, the Astros offense tends to struggle. They may find themselves out of sync early in this game as they face an unfamiliar pitching challenge, while Detroit has a strong bullpen capable of handling the later innings. The same could be said for Houston's bullpen, which performed admirably on Tuesday. Detroit's offense, which managed just 3 runs in Game 1, isn't known for explosive output, and they are likely to face difficulties against Brown, who has allowed only 7 runs over his last 4 starts at Minute Maid Park. Although the Tigers secured the first win of the series, their offense still struggled, managing to score only 3 runs. Hunter Brown, starting for the Astros, has been in good form leading up to this game. In his previous start, he pitched 6 innings, allowing only 3 hits and 1 run. However, Houston's offense may encounter similar challenges to those they faced on Tuesday night, as Detroit's pitching staff remains solid. I expect a standout performance from Hunter Brown and the rest of Houston's pitching staff. Yusei Kikuchi is also in line to potentially pitch in Game 3 if the series extends that far, though the Astros have indicated that he might make a relief appearance if needed on Wednesday. Houston will likely take an all-hands-on-deck approach to avoid elimination, and I don't foresee the Tigers scoring many runs in this matchup. The under has hit in 3 of the last 4 meetings between these two teams, and things tend to tighten up even more in the postseason. Given the pitching dynamics and low scoring trends, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas City Royals versus Baltimore Orioles. On Wednesday, the Kansas City Royals will face off against the Baltimore Orioles in the second game of their American League Wild Card Best-of-3 series. The Royals currently lead the series 1-0 after securing a narrow 1-0 victory on Tuesday, thanks to an outstanding pitching performance by Cole Ragans. Kansas City is now in a position to clinch the series with a win in Game 2. The Royals have been on a solid run lately, winning 5 of their last 7 games, while Baltimore saw their 3-game winning streak come to an end with the loss in Game 1. Looking at the numbers, it's clear that the Royals are well positioned to succeed in this short series, largely due to their strong starting pitching duo. Ragans played a crucial role in Tuesday's win, delivering 6 scoreless innings. Now, the Royals will turn to Seth Lugo, who has been exceptional on the road this season. Lugo boasts a 2.62 earned run average on the road, with a 9-3 record in 16 starts. He'll face an Orioles lineup that has struggled offensively for much of the second half of the season. Baltimore's playoff struggles seem to be weighing on them as they enter Wednesday's game having lost 9 consecutive postseason games, including last year's sweep by the Texas Rangers. Their top hitters, Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson, have particularly struggled. Rutschman is batting just .201 since the All-Star break with only 3 home runs, and Henderson's power numbers have also dipped with just 9 homers post-All-Star game. Baltimore's best hope may lie in getting an early lead, but Lugo has been excellent in the first inning, posting a 1.91 earned run average. While he's had difficulties later in games, by that time, Baltimore's offense could already be floundering. Kansas City's Bobby Witt Jr. continues to shine, delivering the game's only RBI in the 6th inning on Tuesday with a crucial double. On the mound for Kansas City on Wednesday will be Seth Lugo, who finished the regular season with 16 wins and a 3 earned run average. Lugo's earned run average ranked 10th in Major League Baseball, and his 1.09 WHIP was the 14th best. Over his final 5 starts, Lugo allowed only 7 runs in 27 innings of work. He did lose to Baltimore 5-0 earlier in the season, but that game took place back in April. On the other side, Baltimore will send Zach Eflin to the mound. Eflin has struggled in 3 of his last 4 outings, allowing 23 hits and 9 runs over 23 innings, with the Orioles managing only a 2-2 record in those games. Eflin faced Kansas City once this year, while he was with Tampa Bay, and surrendered 5 earned runs in 5 innings. Baltimore's top hitters, Gunnar Henderson, Anthony Santander, and Ryan Mountcastle, combined for an 0-for-1-0 performance in Game 1, underscoring their offensive challenges. Although the Kansas City Royals have struggled to generate consistent offense in recent weeks, they have still managed to find ways to win games. Meanwhile, the Baltimore Orioles possess the talent to bounce back, but their recent performances have been inconsistent, and Tuesday's loss was particularly frustrating, both at the plate and in the field. Given this uncertainty, I find it difficult to trust the Orioles in this situation. Additionally, Seth Lugo has outperformed Zach Eflin this season, and this game marks only Eflin's 2nd career postseason start, despite it being his 12th overall playoff appearance. Given these factors, the Kansas City Royals money line is our full game side pick. I was in favor of the under for Game 1, based on the recent offensive struggles of both the Orioles and the Royals. The prediction played out as expected, with both starting pitchers delivering strong performances, and the teams combining for only 10 hits and a single run. Baltimore's inability to generate power, which was a cornerstone of their offense during the regular season, has now become a significant issue. The Royals, on the other hand, have embraced a more opportunistic approach, focusing on stealing bases and advancing runners to manufacture runs. I anticipate a similar low-scoring game in Game 2, particularly with both bullpens well-rested and the 2 starting pitchers combining for 35 quality starts this season. Baltimore starter Zach Eflin has posted a solid combined earned run average of 3.59, factoring in his time with Tampa Bay and his 9 starts with the Orioles. Seth Lugo for Kansas City finished with a 3 earned run average, cementing his status as one of the league's more reliable arms. The total has gone under in 7 of Kansas City's last 8 games and in 8 of their last 9 road games. While Baltimore has seen more games go over the total, Tuesday's contest saw only 1 run scored, easily finishing under the projected total. Given these trends in both teams' offensive struggles, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Milwaukee Brewers. The National League Wild Card round presses forward on Wednesday night, and the Milwaukee Brewers are teetering on the verge of elimination following their 8-4 defeat at the hands of the New York Mets on Tuesday night. With their season on the line, the Brewers will need a major rebound in order to stay in the fight. Mets fans have plenty of reason to celebrate, as their team took control of the best-of-3 series by claiming Game 1 against the Brewers. Although the Mets found themselves in an early 2-0 hole by the bottom of the first inning, they quickly responded in the top of the second by scoring 3 runs to reclaim the lead. From there, they maintained control, ultimately securing an 8-4 victory. The Mets have been in strong form, winning 3 of their last 4 games, while the Brewers have split their last 4 contests. Offensively, the Mets hold the upper hand, having tallied 16 runs over their previous 3 games, compared to the Brewers' 10 runs over the same span. New York's recent offensive surge gives them an advantage, especially against a Brewers team whose pitching has struggled lately. Milwaukee's pitching staff has given up 17 runs across their last 4 games, including 13 runs in their last 2 matchups with the Mets. Slowing down the Mets' offense in Game 2 will be no easy task for the Brewers, especially considering their weakness against left-handed pitching. Although Mania struggled against Milwaukee in his most recent outing, allowing 6 runs, he has generally performed well against them in previous starts, conceding just 7 runs in his last 3 appearances in Milwaukee. The Mets' bullpen has also been effective, allowing only 2 runs in their last 2 games, runs, which should help contain Milwaukee's offensive threats. The Mets are expected to start left-hander Sean Manaea, who finished the regular season with a 12-6 record and a 3.47 earned run average. The Brewers will counter with Aaron Civale, who went 8-9 with a 4.36 earned run average this season. Manaea has experienced ups and downs throughout the year, but Civale ended the season on a high note, winning 3 of his final 4 starts. Despite Civale's recent success, the Brewers are in a must-win situation, and it's likely that the potent Mets offense will give him trouble. The Brewers have struggled against lefties, batting only .245 against them this season. Given the Mets' recent offensive momentum, they appear poised to continue their hot streak and eliminate the Brewers. As a result, the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. Additionally, when considering a fade against Montas, it's important to highlight his struggles against the Mets. New York's current lineup has had success against him, hitting .275, .367, and .406 in 69 at-bats. Over the last 2 weeks, the Mets offense has been one of the top 10 in the league, and I expect them to maintain this level of production in this matchup. On the other hand, Sean Manaea recently faced the Brewers and had a rough outing, allowing 6 runs in just 3.2 innings. Milwaukee's lineup has hit well against him, slashing .326, .392, and .652 in 46 at-bats, which translates to a team OPS of 1.044. Both teams have been playing in high-scoring games recently, with the Mets hitting the over in 2 of their last 3 games and the Brewers doing so in 2 of their last 4. The Mets have been hot offensively, scoring 16 runs over their last 3 games, and they are set to face a pitching staff that has surrendered 13 runs in the last 3 meetings between these 2 teams. Meanwhile, the Brewers have averaged just 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 contests, and will face a starting pitcher who has allowed 10 runs in his last 3 starts, including 10 runs in his last 2 outings against Milwaukee. Although the total for this game is set at 7.5, which is expected in a playoff atmosphere, the numbers suggest there could be plenty of offense on Wednesday night. With both teams capable of putting up runs, the over on the projected total appears to be a solid choice for this game. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Braves versus San Diego Padres. The Atlanta Braves face a must-win scenario as they take on the San Diego Padres in the second game of the National League Wild Card Series on Wednesday evening. With their season on the line, the Braves will need to regroup quickly following their shutout loss in Game 1 and find a way to fend off elimination. The Braves are in desperate need of a victory to extend their postseason hopes. After a disappointing 4-0 defeat in the opening game, Atlanta has now only managed to win 3 of the 8 matchups against San Diego this season. The Padres, on the other hand, have exuded confidence all year and present a well-rounded team capable of making a deep postseason run. Adding to the Braves' concerns is the performance of Max Fried, who struggled in his only start against San Diego this season, surrendering 3 runs in just 4.1 innings of work. Fried's postseason track record is also less than stellar, as he carries a 4.57 earned run average and a 1.42 WHIP across 65 career playoff innings. In contrast, Padres pitcher Joe Musgrove brings notable postseason experience to the mound. Musgrove was impressive during the 2022 playoffs, posting a 2.89 earned run average and a 1.13 WHIP over 18.2 innings. Additionally, he's been in top form recently, sporting a 2.51 earned run average in his last 5 starts. While the Braves pitching staff has been solid throughout the season, they've often been forced to compensate for an inconsistent offense. The Padres have excelled offensively, leading the league in key statistics, and their ability to extend rallies, especially in night games, could prove decisive. Moreover, San Diego boasts one of the best pitching staffs in the league when facing hitters in scoring positions, giving them an edge. Although Atlanta has a fighting chance, particularly with Fried outperforming Musgrove during the regular season, that advantage will mean little if the Braves can't generate enough offense. As I've pointed out in recent months, the Padres are among the hottest teams in baseball, and they have been playing with immense confidence. This Padres squad feels different, brimming with self-assurance, and they seem poised to make a deep postseason run. If you're eyeing a futures bet, the Padres are a tempting pick. I'm taking the Padres for the win, which would secure their 3rd trip to the National League Division Series in the last 5 seasons. So, the San Diego Padres money line is our full game side pick. The Braves' struggles at the plate continue to hinder their success, as they have managed to score 3 or fewer runs in 5 of their last 6 contests. Furthermore, in their 8 meetings with San Diego this season, Atlanta has been limited to 3 or fewer runs in 5 games. Musgrove has been a model of consistency, holding opposing teams to 2 or fewer runs in 8 of his last 10 starts. That said, the Padres haven't been lighting up the scoreboard either, as they have averaged just 3.8 runs per game against the Braves this season, including the 4 runs scored in the series opener. Fried poses a significant challenge for the Padres offense, as he's been outstanding in his recent starts, posting a stellar 2.14 earned run average over his last 5 outings. The under has hit in 5 of the Padres' last 6 home games, showing a trend toward low-scoring affairs. Both teams boast some of the best pitching staffs in the league, which is likely to keep the offensive production at bay in this matchup. While Musgrove has had occasional rough patches, he has been pitching well lately, especially in September, and will aim to carry that momentum into this game. Meanwhile, the Braves have struggled on the road, and when they fail to hit home runs, their offense tends to sputter. Expect both teams to be slow to generate offense in the early innings. With that in mind, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.